Hi guys, what's up? This is Dinesh. Welcome you all to online lecture. In this video, we are going to discuss one more important lecture of the chapter vector analysis. Here we will see all about the cylindrical coordinate system. First of all, we will discuss the basic parameters of cylindrical coordinate system, the definition and the range, which are nothing but your r, phi and z. Then we will go for general representation of a vector in cylindrical coordinate system. Then we will discuss the direction of unit vectors, that is nothing but your r cap, phi cap and z cap. Then we will see relation between your x, y, z, which are the parameters of Cartesian coordinate system, with r, phi, z, which are the parameters of cylindrical coordinate system. Then we will go for displacement vector dl. Later we will discuss volume element d tau, and then finally we will go for area element dA. Okay, so stay tuned up to the last of the video to understand all these concepts. Okay, so first of all, the basic parameters which are used in Cartesian coordinate systems are r, phi and z. Throughout the video we will discussing about this cylindrical coordinate system comparing with the Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, so let's draw the diagram. Here this is my x-axis, this is y-axis and this is z-axis, which is nothing but your in Cartesian coordinate systems. I am drawing a cylinder which has two bases, base 1 and base 2, centered, this base centered at the origin. Okay, so this cylinder has three surfaces, two base surfaces and one curved surfaces. Okay, so the parameter r is the radius of the base. Okay, so r is the radius of cylinder, we can say. So this radius of cylinder, this r and this plane makes angle phi with x-axis. This is the phi parameter, and z is nothing but your z-axis, similar to your Cartesian coordinate system. So these are these three parameter r, phi and z, which we use in cylindrical coordinate system. For the best representation of this, I have found an example to show you, to visualize the cylindrical coordinate systems by taking this. These are the three components in your x, y, z. You can see this is your x coordinate, this is y coordinate and this is z coordinate. Just visualize this. These three are the coordinates and these are the two bases and this is the curved surfaces. This distance from z axis to up to this will be the radius component, and the phi and z is similar to the figure which I have already explained. Okay, so this is the representation of a cylindrical coordinate system comparing with the Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, so let's go for the general representation. No, before going general representation of a vector, let's see the range of your r, phi and z. So first of all, r, which represent your radius of base of cylinder. The radius of base of cylinder will lies between the values of r lies between 0 to infinite. So that the range of r is 0 to infinity, because the radius of the cylinder may be very large or may be very small, up to 0. Okay, then we will go for the range of phi. So this plane makes angle with x-axis is denoted as phi. So a plane angle with a line, maximum angle with a line will be 360 degree, that is nothing but your 2 phi. So starting from 0, the range of phi will be 0 to 2 phi. Similarly for z axis, which is similar to your Cartesian coordinate system, the z component has the range up to minus infinity to plus infinity. So these are the range of your r, phi and z. The range of r is 0 to infinity, range of phi is 0 to 2 pi, and the range of z is minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay. So let's go for the general representation of a vector A. So in cylindrical coordinate system, the vector A can be represented as AR r cap plus A phi phi cap plus AZ z cap. In some books, this R is denoted by your radius vector is denoted by the symbol rho. Okay. So AR, A phi and AZ are the magnitude of the vector A along r cap, phi cap and z cap direction. Okay. Let's go for the directions of r cap, phi cap and z cap. So let's see the figure and find out the direction of r, phi and z cap directions. Okay. So as this is the radius vector r, it can increase in this direction. So the direction of r cap will be in this direction. Okay. And obviously the z cap direction will be in this direction, and the direction of phi has increased in this direction. So from this point you can calculate the direction, we can write the direction along this direction. So these three are the directions of r cap, phi cap and z cap. On any point you can find out the direction of r cap, phi cap and z cap in cylindrical coordinate system. So let's see what's the relation between x, y, z and r, phi, z. That is the relation between the Cartesian coordinate system parameters with the cylindrical coordinate system parameters. Okay. So as these are max angle phi with the x-axis, so the component along x-axis will be your r cos phi, and the perpendicular component along this y-axis will be your r sin phi. Okay, and the z component will be equals to your z. So writing this, we will get x equals to your r cos phi, y is equals to your r sin phi, and z is equals to your similar to your z. Okay, so if we write r and phi in terms of x and y and z, we will get r is equal to your, just take square of this, you will get x square is equal to your r square cos square phi, and y square is equal to your r square sin square phi. So if you add this x square plus y square, you will get r square cos square phi plus r square sin square phi, which is equals to your r square. So you will get r is equal to your x square plus y square root over. Okay. So this is r equals to your root under x square plus y square. Similarly, if you take y by x, you will get r sin phi upon r cos phi. From this you will get, this will result you r tan phi. So from this you can calculate phi is equal to your, r cancel, this will result you only tan phi. So from this you will get phi equals to your tan inverse y by x. So these are all the relations among x, y, z and r, phi and z. Okay. So let's go for the elemental length of the displacement vector dl in case of your cylindrical coordinate system. Okay. if r, phi and z will increased by a quantity r plus dr, phi plus d phi and z plus dz, so can find out the elemental length dl is of the form dr r cap, as r increased in this direction, so you can say this is r and this is your dr. So this will be dl equals to, in r cap direction, in r cap direction this will be dr r cap. So what will be in phi cap direction? So you can get this r makes angle phi. So r is along this direction, makes angle phi, or you can say d phi. So this component will be your r d phi. So along phi cap direction this will be your r d phi phi cap, and along z direction or z cap direction this will be your dz z cap. So this is very important to remember the displacement vector dl in cylindrical coordinate system, which we will use regularly in your electromagnetic theory to find the line integral of a function. Okay, so let's go for the volume element d tau in your cylindrical coordinate system. So d tau is nothing but your volume element. Just by multiplying this component we will get the volume element d tau, which is equals to your dr multiply r d phi multiply dz. So you will get r dr d phi and dz. So the total volume of the cylinder you can find out by just integrating tau is equal to just integrating d tau. You will get the total volume of the cylinder. Okay, so if all the parameters or the range of r, phi and z is given, so next go for the area element dA in case of your cylindrical coordinate systems. So in the last lecture of Cartesian coordinate systems we have defined the area element for all the surfaces, all the closed surfaces of a elemental cube. So here we will discuss the area element of all the surfaces. You can visualize here there are 3 surfaces, 2 base surfaces and 1 curved surfaces. So we can write the area element for these 3 surfaces. Okay, so let's see one by one of these surfaces first. Then we will go for this surface and then we will go for this surface. The name of these surfaces will be your z equals to some particular length L. Okay, z equals to L will represent these surfaces, and your r equals to capital R, some finite r radius will define this plane, and z equals to 0 plane represented by this plane. Okay, so writing the area element dA for all these 3 surfaces, let's see. For z equals to L, we can write first here r ranges from 0 to r, your phi ranges from 0 to 2 phi, and your z lies from 0 to L, you can say, for this cylinder. Okay, so we have 3 planes, z equals to L plane, z equals to 0 plane, and your r equals to capital R plane. Okay, for z equals to L plane, you can write your dA or area element is of the form what? R d theta, R dr into r d theta L z cap. Okay, and for z equals to 0 plane, dA will be what? dr into r d theta, sorry, d theta is replaced by d phi here, r d phi minus dr r d phi z cap. And for r equals to r plane, for this plane, you can write the area element dA is of the form. So r replaced by capital R, you will get r d phi dz r cap. Okay, so these three area elements are important to calculate the surface integral and later on to calculate the quantity electric flux in electromagnetic theory. Okay, so these are all important torques or important quantity which you have to remember all the time to apply or to solve problems in your competitive exams and also in your class exams. Okay, so these are all basic which one should remember for cylindrical coordinate systems. So I want to give you some tasks like to find the area elements if the cylinder of length L having this length will be L by 2 and this length will be L by 2. In this case you can find out area element for different planes, for r equals to r plane, for z equals to L by 2 plane, and for z equals to minus L by 2 plane. So you find the area elements for all these plane and you can write in comment what are the area element of this planes. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful and understood by you. So if this video is helpful, then please like the video, share the video with your friends, and never forget to subscribe the channel to encourage me to upload more and more video based on physics or based on this chapter vector analysis. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you.